Hello to my Libras. This is Queen Amon coming to you with your general reading, Libras. Hopefully everybody is having a great weekend. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. I know I am. So we're going to get into your reading. Whew, the downloads that I'm getting. Downloads, this is great. This is good. Good. I got some good news for everybody. All zodiac signs, right? But we got to take it all the way down. When I see the death card, we got to take it all the way down to the lowest frequency. Make sure we're not leaving anybody behind. So take only what resonates with you, okay? Take only what resonates with you. Anything that sounds negative could mean that somebody is going through something. And instead of you just dismissing it, it's like, oh, I don't want to hear anything negative. I'm already beyond that. Send out some good energy to other people. You never know what people are going through and who's trying to put them in situations that's going to cause them to lose a fortune, to get sued, craziness, right? You all are a very fair-minded zodiac sign, and you all rule 7th house, right? There's a lot of people out here that have open enemies, and they don't even realize it. They don't even realize that they're sleeping with the enemy, that they're friends, they think that they're friends with people who are secretly or open enemies. So, you all could do a lot of people a lot of favors by just being your authentic selves and just being fair-minded to people, not being indecisive and all of that stuff, making sure you're balanced out, healthy work-life balance, right? Libras, just in your lives. What I'm picking up for you all, and we're going to take it all the way down to the lowest frequency, is, and happy birthday to you all, by the way. I do have some gifts for you all. Matter of fact, let me show you what the gifts are. These are the gifts. Another Libra, right? Or CDs, if y'all want these. One per person. So 4 people, first 4 people that reach out to me, right? This is a Libra. She's a Libra, right? So first 4 people that reach out to me to get her CD. All right. So, and you have my number, 202-460-3205. And so let's get into this. So because you all are so fair-minded and so, people see you all as charismatic, they see you all as fair-minded. This weekend for you all, because the moon has moved into Cancer, one of the things you all can do is stay in the house. Cancer's symbol is the crab. They're a water sign. So wherever you are, it could be raining where you are. If it's not, if it's sunny and nice, just learn how to be in the house. Learn how to be in the house. Learn how to be in your creative energy, whether you're studying something, watching a movie. Learn how to be in your creative space. Learn how to see what it feels like to just be balanced out, not always out and about doing stuff. Learn what it feels like with your ruling planet Venus to just be in receiving mode, okay? Like I said, so you can sit down somewhere, just be in receiving mode, go to the gym by yourself, spend some time by yourself, because you want to know who your open enemies are. You want to be able to be in receiving mode. Venus, your ruling planet, is a feminine planet. You want to just take some time to just relax, be in receiving mode of some downloads, some messages that's coming through the air, to see exactly who you have had their back, but they have turned around and stabbed you in the back. Like you really need to just take a moment. And when the moon is in these phases, you want to be able to say, man, I really had these energies backs, but when it was time for them to have my back, I felt betrayed. Like, be honest with yourself. I felt betrayed. So if that's the case, Source is saying it's time for you to kind of wrap this thing up. It's time for you to start enforcing some boundaries. Stop being so indecisive and start enforcing some boundaries. Start telling people no to some of these invitations that they're sending. I don't care if the holidays are around. Start telling some people, no, I think I'll stay in the house today. I got something else to do. People will eventually get the message. You don't have to just come straight out with the sword and just cut people off. People will start to get the message. You're feeding them with a long handle at this point. What I'm saying for you is that people are trying to bring out, because remember, air signs are thinkers, right? And you are the only zodiac sign that is an inanimate object, right? Aquarius is an upright standing human. Gemini is the twins. You all are the scales of justice, right? Which, if it's a lady, the justice is blindfolded, right? But still, it's an inanimate object. It's the scales, right? So you may let somebody have it. Remember, your polarity sign is Aries. You may let somebody have it without even realizing you're letting somebody have it, because when you're sitting there thinking, you know what? I had some time to think about this, and I realized I've always had this person's back, and look at this. They turn around and stab me in the back. All it takes is for you to be hangry, overwhelmed. You be around some people where you're overwhelmed, and just lose it, right? So that'll be a person's justification to end your fortune, okay? That'll be a person's justification. So learn how to get yourself in the house by yourself if you can. And even if you have kids, spend time around your kids, right? Test your patience with your kids. If you have kids, little kids, you're going to feel so lucky that you have energies who are homebodies that's teaching you how to do this, okay? Spend some time with self and start thinking, I've always supported this person's business. I've always had this person's back, always, well, most of the time. I can't say always or never, but most of the time I've been there when I needed them to support me, whatever I had going on. I didn't really get that same feedback, right? Before you just cut people off, give people an opportunity to support your businesses. If you feel like that, don't just sit there in your mind like, they know I have a business. Why didn't they support me? Give them an opportunity. Say, okay, I have this. Y'all know, like I say, send me your YouTube channels. Send me if you want me to follow you. Y'all know how many subscribers I have. I'm extremely busy. There's a lot of people who reach out to me and remind me of stuff. And I'm so grateful to that, because I do have a life outside of YouTube, obviously, right? But that's what I'm saying for you all. Be grateful for the people in your life that are homebodies, that's not always ripping and running and out and about. Those are going to be your spirit guides. Some of them are going to be your spirit guides. Some of them are guardian angels. Some of them are sending you messages. They're sending messages through your ancestors, people who have transitioned. And you can be lucky to have some of those type of friends that like, oh, you can save a lot of money if you just sit in the house. Those are the ones that's looking at the bargains on TV, sitting in the house and saying, you paid all that money for that. You could have gotten that same thing on sale for such and such. So-and-so is having a sale. Those are the same one, the bargain one, the ones that can tell you about the bargains that's going on. So let's get into your reading. Again, we got four people. She's a Libra, right? So we got 4 people. Reach out to me. And even if you're not a fan, you may have a teenager or somebody that you know who may be a fan, right? And they'll be shipped from New York. So y'all know y'all know where I am. So anyway, let's get into it. This will be tagged below. What I'm seeing here in your cards here as we get into your reading is that we're going beyond prediction to explore the energetic spiritual lessons unfolding with you. And so Spirit is really guiding you into equilibrium, truth, and renewal this week. And so you're going to have a bonus reading coming up because we missed the reading. So you're going to have a bonus reading. So this is going to be this one, but this is going to be another reading coming out on the same day. That's going to prepare you for the upcoming week, right? So the current energy is this, the Justice card. Your card appears first, divine alignment. Spirit says you are stepping into energetic truth. And so the scales are recalibrating in your favor through integrity and awareness. You are becoming aware that you need to have a healthy work-life balance. This is healthy work-life balance, right? Even if you're by yourself, you don't always need to be that friend that has everybody's back, where you're wearing yourself thin. The moon is in a divine feminine sign. You need to be in the house, whoever you are, if you can, unless you're working or you have to be out or you have some kind of obligation where it calls for you to already be out of the house. Be in the house. Spend some time by yourself. Like, learn how to be with self for real, right? And here, that's going to be the secret for you. Learn how to be with self. This is a challenge for some people. So uncertainty clouds the path ahead. And Spirit says clarity is not missing, it's emerging. Trust your intuition as fog lifts from your heart. No matter where Libra sits in your birth chart, Libra just happens to rule 7th house. So everybody has a 7th house. Everybody has a sign in your 7th house, right? And so the past influence was the Tower card. That's the past, right? So recent upheaval broke illusions. And Spirit says destruction was divine, but what fell away was never meant to hold your light. Let these towers happen. Let these towers happen where you're having some kind of an awakening that, wow, you were so busy ripping and running that you missed out on something from your past. Somebody has a loved one. You had their back. They were very close to you. You had their back. Like, and this is somebody who's the closest to you. You had their back. It could have been a spouse. It could have been an adult child. It could have been somebody that you had their back closest to you, and they turned around and stabbed you in the back, right, with 2 other people. And so whether they were coerced, forced, bullied, however it happened, to protect their energy, you are going to have to cut them off. You're going to have to, because it's a willful decision. We're all willful creatures. You're going to have to protect your star, because they're going to come back with some kind of an excuse, as they were bullied or something happened or whatever the case may be. But they do have a mouth. They have a slit between their lips and vocal cords. They could have said, please help me. Please don't say anything. Something. They could have said something, but they didn't, right? And so you got to protect your star. You have to protect your star. Your focus is on healing and hope. And Spirit says you are remembering your purpose, and inspiration returns as you reconnect with faith. And so this is your star. You are a star in your own right. There's many stars in the sky. We're not talking about fame. We're talking about purpose here. We are talking about purpose. And so your subconscious energy is hermit. A light came on for you. So deep within, you seek truth and solitude. And Spirit says the answers you seek have always been inside. Silence is your sacred teacher. And so going within, you are able to really meticulously sit down and journal. You're able to really sit down and think and think and think and think, to a point where, okay, let me write all this down. I don't need to be out talking to this person, that person, this person, that person. Let me sit down and think and journal. Let me put it all out on paper. Let me put it out on paper. Let me think. Let me hit the gym. Let me go work out. Let me sweat it out. Let me get it out. Let me purge. This is part of your purging process, right? Let me purge. Let me gain some clarity from source. Remember, you're an air sign, so it's coming through the air. And this is where your clarity. So this is near future. Ace of Swords, a revelation brings clarity, and Spirit says divine truth cuts through confusion and speaks from authenticity, and peace will follow, right? You're learning how to see something from a higher frequency. You embody divine balance and alchemy. Spirit says your calm presence is healing. Harmony flows through you, not around you. In other words, somebody could have been coerced, bullied, something to get some information about you out. About your fortune, about your money. Somebody could have been coerced or bullied, seduced. However they got some information about your finances, they were able to do it. They wanted to bring a temper out of you somehow, to take you to court, to sue you, to get something out of you. But guess what? You had a guardian angel. Somebody who had transitioned, died watching over you. But you also had earth angels, i.e. like watching this channel or watching other people's channels. Somebody is telling you, calm down, Libra. Your sign is the only one that's an inanimate object. So you're not thinking, okay, this energy is coming to me, because that's Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, and aesthetics. The dark side of Venus is that you all have to be aware of energies who are vain, vengeful, and green with envy, because things just come to you all. Every Libra has an eye for beauty. You can't help it. Anything that's aesthetically pleasing, you all have an eye for that. And so you all got to be a gatekeeper, really, of those energies who are vain, vengeful, green with envy. It doesn't matter who it is, in your family, friends, whomever. You got to be careful of that. You have to. And you got to be, and the way that you protect people who are closest to you, who are not vain, vengeful, green with envy, the way you protect them from the people that's connected to them, the ones that they're hooking up with, because they're not going to immediately see it. Somebody hooked up with somebody who seduced them. See this book right here? The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. This book is really, really good. Somebody hooked up with somebody, sleeping with somebody, trying to find out how to get your temper hot. That's the part that a lot of people miss, is it may not be the person that's directly connected to you, but somebody sleeping with somebody that's connected to you may not, their head may be such in the clouds, they may be thinking with a body part, because they may feel like that's what nurtures them, and they're so overwhelmed they don't even realize somebody is practicing some kind of dark moon magic on them. They just at night, just all loved up, burned up, and they getting all the secrets because this right here, how to end you. And so source is saying you got to be the gatekeeper to find out, okay, wait a minute, how does this person know what buttons to push? Right? You may not smell anything on them. You may not sense anything on them. You may say, that's a person, they would never sleep with somebody who looks like that. Nah, they would never. Nah, I just couldn't even see it. You don't have to see it. It's in something, everything that they do, the way that they're talking about something, that they're being seduced. They could have a sex demon attached to them. Something unhealthy and wounded could be attached to them. But see, in your memory, you going back in your memory and you're starting to realize something seems off or odd. They're telling you certain things, right? Something could have happened a long time ago that you're just now picking up on something. You're just now picking up on something, right? So somebody has been an open enemy to you for a long, long, long time. And so you're learning how to pick up on certain spirits, Libra, okay? And so karma is coming back to somebody who has a Libra or a Libra moon. Karma is hitting it behind real hard. And it's really a Libra moon. It's hitting them real hard. And you're seeing it in this right here while you're in hermit mode, because you've been a star. Whoever you are, whatever your sign is in your seventh house, whoever you are, it doesn't really matter what your sign is, but Libra just happens to rule seventh house. But you had an open enemy for a long time. Somebody thought they was going to seduce something out of somebody and find out this will bring a temper out of you to get you ended here financially, or end it by any means necessary to pull out a fortune, life insurance policy. If they can end you in some way, bring out some kind of anger issues or whatever in you, guess what? That thing backfired. That thing backfired. And we're talking about in actual court. We're not talking about spiritual court. We're talking about in actual court. The tower is falling down on a whole lot of people, and now people are overwhelmed. They are overwhelmed because somebody thought they were going to bring the bad side of you out. It didn't. It didn't at all. Something could have caused you to be a little bit bewildered. Like, okay, you're trying to put the pieces together. So drink more water as a form of self-care. Yeah. Don't let people bring a temper out of you. Whether you have 2 nickels to rub together, you don't have that much money, but stop casting your pearls before swine. Stop telling people how much money, how you're able to travel so much, how you're able to buy a house or new cars and all. Stop telling people. I mean, if you're a celebrity, you can't help it. Somebody met their match. Somebody thought they was going to cast some sex spell on somebody, seduce them in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or use other people to seduce them. They met their match. So love up on yourselves more. Heal people, move differently. Some people, somebody wanted something from you that they thought maybe you had access to. So your laughter is medicine. Yeah. You being in good cheer actually, expose a whole lot of stuff. You have the gift of telepathy. That's the transference of thoughts, feelings, ideas, intuitively, emotively, or superconsciously. But your inner child is so proud of you because you're starting to really pay attention to how people are trying to bait you into stuff to get some kind of money from you. And again, it doesn't matter if you're making $15,000 a year or $150 billion a year. People will try to take anything that you have. You could be getting a social security check. You could be getting welfare. You could be on welfare. They're trying to take anything you have. So instead of doing the work themselves, anything to try to end you. Somebody felt like they knew how to end you in court. So first red flag, pray and meditate. And they were going to try to seduce somebody to get to you. And they are the person who they're trying to, and so this is the boundary that you're setting. This is the boundary that you're setting because something is over now and the person is getting their karma right now. But this is the boundary that you're setting. You're letting somebody know, you letting these people use moon magic on you, seducing you, right? So here we have somebody never stopped loving you. Somebody never stopped loving you. Everything in moderation. This is an ex who never stopped loving you. Probably used an older child or somebody that's close to you, a sibling or somebody that they used that was closest to you, took them to court with them to have them perjure themselves. I mean, child, you have the gift of premonition. This is forewarning. Child, have somebody perjure themselves in court. You have a new attitude. You have a whole new attitude. So be patient. The answers are coming. So ask source for clarity. It's like somebody would be willing to overwhelm their own child, adult child, or loved one just to get to you. Sick. Just so sick in the brains it don't even make sense. But you're not looking back. You're not looking back. Open your vault door. Open your vault door. You have the gift of precognition. You got somebody, you have a stalker. You have an emotional and a physical, somebody has an emotional or physical stalker trying to get to you by any means necessary, trying to get a fortune out of you by any means necessary, trying to get your temper right, but you don't have a temper. Like I said, somebody has learned how to, when somebody is intentionally trying to push buttons, to just end it. When they would be willing to use your adult kids, your siblings, family members, anything to bring out the dark side of you, end it with them too. And let them know, hey, listen, since you're not seeing what they're trying to do, then I'm going to have to enforce a boundary with you. As much as I love you, I'm going to have to enforce a boundary with you because you're not seeing what they're trying to do. They're using you as a pawn in the game and you can't see it. So y'all getting the whole point? Y'all are getting the whole point, okay? So I'm looking forward to you all send me a text message if you want the CDs. If you want the CDs, we're looking forward to it. So sacral chakra cleanse. Yeah, this is water. Like I said, it shouldn't have to rain outside wherever you are, but I'm seeing you being triumphant. A lot of people go through this. You have the same thing in common. Somebody feel like y'all have some kind of a spiritual bond, like that, to death do you part. Craziness, pure craziness, absolute insanity. They feel like you can't go anywhere, you can't move on. They feel like y'all have some kind of spiritual bond. Y'all, listen, you got to know honestly that some people for real are not wrapped too tight. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but that's generationally how some people are raised. Once y'all are together, y'all together forever. Like y'all have a karmic bond together. Who wants to be in a karmic relationship with an energy? You don't. 818. Like I said, to infinity and beyond. They feel like y'all are tied together forever. And this one energy right here could mean that y'all have a baby or something together, or y'all have somebody in common, and people around you may not pick it up. So again, extend them grace, y'all. Extend them grace. They may not know any better. Extend them grace. Pray for them, but let them know, because you were not aware of dark magic practices and seduction and the stuff that people do. That book is excellent, actually. Y'all should read that book or listen to the audio book. Listen, these people think that you're supposed to be tied to them to infinity and beyond, when they're trying to bring people into your life to cause you to fight people. Anything that keep them tied to your money, anything that keeps you tied to them by any means necessary, keeping you running in and out of court to find out what your financials are. So it's just saying you need to inform your family and friends, people that's closest to you, because you are not aware. Let this be a life lesson to you. You're breaking a generational cycle, chain, and curse. You're showing them, your loved ones, this is what these types of people will do. So this is a cycle that you're breaking. So congratulations to you. So one cycle in your life is ending, but another is beginning. This shift can feel catastrophic, but it's a natural way of things. Be on the lookout for other signs. There could be a fire sign involved in something, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This shift can feel catastrophic, but it's the natural way of things. Be on the lookout for other signs coming your way. Your communication with angels is strong right now. So draw another card with the intention of receiving guidance in your next steps as the current cycle ends and the next one begins, right? It's almost like the drama never stops for certain energies. It just never ends with certain energies. They want to stay connected to you by any means necessary. By any means necessary. They just want to stay connected to you. This just never ends. On one hand, you can have some energies that they ignite a flame in you. You're excited about being with them. You're excited about, they have some good qualities, some really good qualities, but it's just drama. It's just chaos, confusion, and drama. So true offering. So somebody's going to have to do a better job at vetting. Here we have true offering. So true offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. You're going to have to stay on a frequency of love. I'm serious. You're going to have to stay on a frequency of love. love and forgiveness. As difficult as that may be for some people, you have a whole new attitude. You're going to have to stay on a frequency of love, because too many people have the same thing in common. Your family members may have the same thing in common. Some of your friends have the same thing in common. You're going to have to stay on a frequency of love, and you're going to have to learn how to enforce boundaries. You're going to have to. Because some of these exes feel like they are entitled to stay in your life forever by any means necessary. They on get back time for real. They feel like, okay, you got something from them. They feel like they need to get something back from you. They really don't want to see. It's like a game for some people. They don't want to see you in a healthy relationship, and they feel like you don't want to see them in a healthy relationship. You're not going back and forth and playing those games. This is why healthy boundaries need to be enforced. And that's what I'm seeing for you all. This is what I'm seeing for you all. So everything in moderation. You do have the gift of premonition and forewarning. It can come in the form of this video. It can come in the form of somebody else's video. It can come in the form of a tree, for real. It can come in the form of rereading a book. It can come in any form that source, because really it's sources. I'm not your source. I'm just a resource, right? Just a messenger. But some people feel like y'all have a spiritual union, and they feel like, they go by these rules of, we're bonded by 7 years. And so they really believe that you all are bonded by 7 years. And so they're wondering why you don't want to have anything to do with them, and why you're breaking some kind of a 7-year bond. People really believe under that kind of a spell, 7-year itch. The main number is number 7. So that could have meant that if you slept with someone, somebody could feel like, okay, y'all tied together for 7 years. Or if you all kissed, you all tied together for 7 years. No, you are not. No, you're not. You coming in and you hitting a reset button. You're hitting a major reset button. So I do see somebody coming into your life, and I do see a major spiritual bond coming into your life with you and your person. Don't buy into that madness. You can take a sword and cut them right on out. You have a whole new attitude. You are not buying into. Numbers do carry a special significance, and it's also a frequency, vibration, and all of that stuff. And I do see you being triumphant, but I do see something ending, and I do see somebody having a fit. I do see somebody having a fit, because you're creating a spiritual union with someone, and it's going to show them, hey, you have no control. None. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. You are focused. You're creating firm boundaries, right? And so you're entering into a new spiritual contract that you are wide open. You're entering into a brand new spiritual contract with someone, right? And so you're releasing all that negativity, all of that spell work that you've been under. We slept together, so we in this for 7 years, spiritual contract. We going back and forth and trying to make a decision. No, you're not trying. No, you are not. No, you are not. You're not confused. You're not confused. Somebody playing these sneaky games. You may not have known then, but you know now. That's what I have for you. I'll see you all in your bonus video. Like I said, I'll see you all in the bonus video. And so you're complete. You feel complete. You're enforcing boundaries. You're enforcing boundaries. So this fire right here could let you know that certain smells invoke certain things. Like I said, never-ending loop. It's keeping you in the fire. It could be certain smells. It could smell like anything. It could smell like cannabis. It could smell like cigarettes. It could smell like certain foods that people cook that let you know that this energy is just, they are obsessed with staying connected to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Wherever you move, they move to, because they want to send some kind of message. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 is inspired. They're inspired to stay connected to you by any means necessary, because they want to be kept in the loop. It's a familiar spirit. They want to be familiar with every little thing that you're doing. Sick, all kinds of sick, y'all. They feel like they belong in some kind of a spiritual union with you. They are sick. Make no mistake about it. And if they come anywhere near you, a restraining order, okay? Restraining order. You don't want nothing to do with people like this. They slick and they're sneaky and will stay connected to you by any means necessary. Them, their family members, their friends. They not supposed, somebody that is supposed to be away from you anyway, restraining order, they're supposed to be away from you. They're not supposed to have anything to do with you. And so they're not because, and they're the one that initiated, just so we're crystal clear, they the one with their arrogance, they initiated the restraining order. So we're crystal clear. And you agreed to it. They the ones who initiated it, right? So it's the type of thing that it's not public, it's in secret. That's when we're looking at this moon card right here. They secretly want it to end. You don't. This right here, this moon, this tower card, you're having a total recall of who it is, because this person, they initiated something in haste. They told everybody they didn't want you anywhere near them. Praise the Lord. When people say stuff like that, they don't want you. Remember, human's rejection is God's protection from something. They told attorneys that if you came anywhere near them, that they want to make something public. Now your star is shining bright. If they come anywhere near you, you're the one that's making it public. So what they do, they position people around you to find out what's going on in your life and trust and believe you better make it public. You better make it public. Because your star is shining bright and the light is coming on. Anybody that's connected to them, let me tell you, they will start singing like canaries of who they're connected to. I tell you that much. This is a person who did something in secret with their attorneys. They basically said, hey, they don't want you anywhere near them. Great. Y'all better start singing, because you've always known that you were a star. They told people they didn't want anything to do with you. They went to court, told people they didn't want anything to do with you. They play these little seduction games to get stuff out of people. They got a whole, let me tell you, they got a whole organization of people. You don't think these people, now that your star is shining bright, won't tell on them, won't out them, won't expose them? They sure will. That's why they're overwhelmed right now, because they want so bad to show pictures of you and them together. They want so bad to mention your name, to say, oh, they know you. They can't do none of that, because if they do it, they would break the very same thing that they put in place legally that you agreed to. They can't do none of it. They have to stay on the outside as a spectator. So that's why you're triumphant. And it was somebody that wants to stay connected to you in a spiritual bond. This is a, if you're a man, it was a man who felt like that he was a better fit for the woman that you were in a relationship with. If you're a woman, it's another woman that feels like she was a better fit for the man that you were with. We talking about sick. These people are out of their mind. You don't want neither one of them. And so whoever the energy was that thought that they were going to take you to court and say, oh, you're the one that's obsessed and harassing them, you don't want neither one of them, because either one of them is going to trace it back to both of them. You don't want to be connected to neither one of them. They slick and sneaky and do stuff. They slick and sneaky and do stuff secretly. You don't want to be connected to neither one of them. They are part of your past. Always trying to get somebody to be in some kind of a temperament so they can make a fortune out of something. And see, whoever you were connected to legally and maybe in a marriage bond, maybe you went to like had a courthouse marriage or whatever with somebody, they already had a little side piece anyway. Somebody that they had a spiritual union with already. You don't want neither one of them. You already divorced somebody. You already had somebody's back, but they turned right around in court and stabbed you in the back. I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, leave them where they got y'all messed up. Leave them right there in the dust. Leave them in the dust. You're a star. Your star has always shined bright. And I'm not talking about famous. Just so we're crystal clear, everybody is a star. But they don't realize they're a star on their own until they realize that they don't need your name and your likeness for them to shine. And I speak too highly of all zodiac signs on my channel for people to know. If you tune into this channel, I dote on every single zodiac sign. Like literally every single zodiac sign. Why do they even need to be connected to you? They don't need to be connected to you. These are people who are out looking for fast money. They made something in haste and realized, guess what? You're a fair-minded person. You really are a nice person. Now, how silly are people feeling right now? People are now realizing you really are a nice person. That is just, see? They realizing you really are a nice person. But see, they put some, and now they secretly want something to end. I'm telling y'all, you'd be a fool if you ended it. You would be a fool if you ended it. That's why you got this fool card out here. You would be a fool if you ended it. Because they put something in place, being impulsive, to try to abuse of power. You would be a complete fool if you ended it. I'm telling y'all, you would be a fool if you ended it. You already won. You already won. Somebody impulsively put something in place secretly in court. Something would be wrong with you if you ended it. You don't even need to be indecisive about this. You're like, you know what? You agreed to it. Something you agreed to in secret. So your inner child is so proud of you. Just leave it just where it stands. They can't come nowhere near you. Nowhere near you. They can't speak on your name. They can't say nothing to you. You got to be, and remember, time is relative. It doesn't matter how long ago it happened. Somebody wanted something in place forever. You said, you know what? Okay. What did Cardi B say? Speaking of her CDs, she's so funny. She cracks me up. Look at these facial expressions with her cute face. She's so cute. What she say on, what was the name of the show? Because I don't watch the reality shows, so I see the clips and stuff online. But she said something about when somebody got beef with her, they got a beef forever. It's so funny. Basically, that's what these energies was treating you like, whoever you are. Like I say, they got, like, they just in their arrogance, they were, whoever this energy was, they was like, okay, they hate you forever and all this, whoever. And then come to find out you really, really are a nice person. Like, to really find out that you're really fair-minded, you don't hate men, you don't hate women, you know, you're operating in a spirit of love. Child, listen, you don't even have time to explain yourself. You got closure. You got the closure you needed. Maybe you got the closure from this video. But yeah, people's demons are looking right back at them. People's demons are looking right back at them. You have made such a powerful transformation. So congratulations to you all. Whoever you are, doesn't matter who you are. And just focus on your happiness. Focus on your happiness. Some people cut their nose off to spite their face. They so busy hating you, assuming things about you, jumping to conclusions about you. People cut their nose off to spite their own face. So look, protect your peace. Protect your peace. But this is somebody who was sneaking, doing some stuff behind your back. And now that something has ended, you're creating a light. That's what I'm trying to tell. That's why I tell y'all about the moon phases. If you're watching this video on the weekend, get yourself in the house if you can, right? I can't tell you what to do, but it's a great time for you to be in this creative space. So this be a great time for you to read a book. You know, you can have the audio book for the book Seduction online. Listen to it, right? Or if you have it, you don't have to go buy it. It's free. I mean, a lot of audio books are online for free on YouTube. A lot of people read the book. A lot of the authors read their own books online. So this is something for you to do, to just kind of sort of sit down and just realize you're entering into a new spiritual union, possibly with someone. You don't have to wait for one thing to end. You know, something has already ended. Free yourself from that spell work. Free yourself from that spell work. You got the closure that you needed. You made a very powerful transformation. You're very happy. You don't have to stay connected to something. These people have overstepped every kind of spiritual boundary, physical boundary known to man. They really have. They really, really have. These energies are obsessed with you. These energies are the type of energies, you park in a parking lot, it could be 25 parking spaces available. They will park next to you and swear up and down, tell everybody you park next to them. Just freaking craziness. You move somewhere first, they'll find somewhere to move upstairs from you or downstairs from you or next to you, across, anything that have eyes on you. Obsessed. I'm telling you, as your star starts starting brighter and people are realizing how fair-minded you are and how good of a heart you have, whoever you are, you're going to start realizing that these energies secretly are just saying, dang, I wish I can anybody get close to them and see, maybe we can, you know, back this thing out, and, you know, and maybe I was wrong back then. I wish I could have, you know, I wish I had thought this thing through, and, you know, everybody has evolved. I'm a different person now. The answer is going to be no. They're going to have to rely on their own star. You wish them the best. But nah, for somebody to do something like that, to try to mess you up the way that they tried to mess you up legally, nah. That's going to be a no. That's going to be a no. That's what I have for you all. Hopefully this is helpful. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.